rubber. It carries us down the road for thousands of miles, cushioning our ride and hugging the curves. When the tires are worn, we simply toss them aside. But there's little about this disposal process that's actually simple, because rubber lasts for thousands of years and it has to go somewhere.
We're at Azusa Land Reclamation. Azusa Land Reclamation is a waste management company. Typically what happens here is you go in and get your car tires changed at a tire shop. That tire shop would pay somebody to transport those tires to us.
On an average day, between 400 and 500 tons of rubber tires arrive on the 302-acre landfill site. With a lot of work, these tires become part of a tire mountain.
We're sitting on approximately 120 feet of tires. Those tires have been stored here for over 10 years. We have about 135 million tires stored on site. Each tire weighs about 20 pounds, so that's an equivalent of about 2.7 billion tons worth of tires on site. Typically, a tire would be either burnt, recycled, or stored. Storage is an environmentally friendly management method for those tires. If we were to burn all the tires that we have on site right now, we would generate about 3.2 million tons of carbon dioxide.
Given the value of all this rubber, it would seem to make sense to recycle it back to a virgin state and mold it into new products, the way we do with glass, some metals, and plastics.
Due to the robust nature of the vulcanization process and the chemical additives, recycling tires becomes very difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. In fact, the same process that turned virgin latex into strong rubber can be reversed. All we have to do is break the sulfur bonds that give rubber its backbone. It's called devulcanization. Several devulcanization processes have proven successful, but to date, none on a mass commercial scale. For now, most of this steady stream of used rubber ends up in a tire mountain, concealed beneath a protective layer of dirt.
When tires are exposed to the elements, you always have a potential for a fire. Due to the black nature of the tires, they tend to get a little hot.
Since a single tire contains an average of 2 gallons of oil, tire fires are a genuine concern. But tires do not spontaneously combust. Most tire fires are caused either by arson or industrial accidents. Because of their oil content, used tires are also burned, ground up or whole, as a fuel known as TDF. Tire-derived fuel is used to power cement kilns, paper mills, and power plants. But if the tires are destined to be stored in the mountain, they can't simply be buried whole.
Customers will deliver their whole tires to the site. From those tires, we feed a shredder. That shredder will grind up those tires to 6-inch shreds. From there, we have a bulldozer push those shreds out. So we're constantly covering these tires with dirt and concrete and other materials to minimize the exposure to the elements. Just gonna unload that by yourself?
Yeah.
It would be easier to recycle tires if they were simply made of one type of rubber and nothing else. This is not the case.
A tire has many constituents. It has oils, carbon, different types of rubbers, steel, nylon, just to name a few. To break those back into its natural components requires a lot of energy.
You really can't melt a tire. The rubber is fully cured, it's been cooked. It would be similar to having a chocolate chip cookie that you had made and saying, let's put it back into raw dough and making fresh chocolate chip cookies. It really isn't the way you would do it, but it also doesn't hurt to crumble it up and put it on ice cream.
Cookies crumble, and with a little more effort, so does rubber.